Oh, I am live. How about that? Hopefully, the prudes at Facebook don't remove my thumbnail of the beautiful girl in the Canadian bikini. Okay, so it is Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. And Canada today is 155 years old. And Canada Day falls on the same weekend as Independence Day. Independence Day, to our friends south of us and north of us, because Alaska's north of us, is July 4th, Monday. And that's a stat holiday for you guys. It's also a stat holiday here in Canada. And today I went to the car show. I hopped on my bike, rode down to the my motorcycle, rode down to the car show and shine, Canada Day show and shine in Ganges, and lots of cars there today. It's actually seemed normal. I saw a couple of buffoons wearing face diapers. I saw out of all those people, hundreds of people, I saw two dumbed down people wearing face diapers. That's it. Just total, and they're old Krispies anyway. But whatever makes them happy. So anyway, then I was there for probably an hour and a bit shooting a video of the Canada Day car show and shine, two parts, and I will upload part one tonight. And Wendy actually, then I came back, and Wendy and I went down in my truck, and we walked around. We got some smokies, some smoky. I got bratwurst with mine, and she got farmer sausage. It was really good, really nice day. It's 26 degrees out right now, 26 Celsius, and blue sky, sunshine. We just had two really nice guests check into one of our accommodations. I just met them. Deborah and Lauren. And actually, Wendy's sister's name is Lauren. So you don't hear that name too much. So Deborah and Lauren, really nice people. I can hear Wendy up there laughing with them right now. So happy Canada Day. And maybe I'll do a live stream on Monday, 4th of July for my American friends. So you guys, I know you'll have a happy 4th of July down that way too. All right. So just sit back and shut up for a little bit until more people join in the podcast. It is it's back to normal here on Salt Spring Island. It was so nice. We haven't had a show and shine car show for 2 years since the scamdemic started. I call it the scamdemic or the plandemic. And we haven't had a car show. So it's really nice to see everybody mingling, lots of Canadian flags, and very patriotic here on Salt Spring Island. Maybe not so much in Ottawa. You can get fined for flying a flag, apparently, because they think of it as a form of protest. Unbelievable, eh? Way to go, Justin Castro. Anyway, yeah, check out the car show video I'm going to upload tonight. It'll be probably on there tomorrow. There's a hummingbird. This hummingbird is always here. He's always buzzing around. Anyway, I'm going to grab something to eat. So hang on, and I will be back. Okay, I will be back. Slugs are destroying. Okay, so the slugs are eating hot. Eating all your nasturtiums, and there's a slug in there. Eating all the leaves off of it. There's a slug in there somewhere. There is a slug in there. Okay, guys, we got the live stream going. 0 watchers. There's nobody in here right yet because probably everybody's at the beach. So I'll keep her going for a bit. Yeah, they're eating it. Where? Oh, no. Got some slime on it. Out at night, catch it. Catch it.
Because you know what it does? It puts the shade
Like shadow.
over it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These are growing good, your hollyhocks.
They're getting bigger, right? But I don't have any hollyhocks yet.
Well, you will. Hummingbird keeps buzzing around here.
That's nice.
It's a little hummingbird. Oh, who do we got in there? Hello, Dallas. How's it going? And Logan. Logan in Kentucky, Dallas in Tennessee, the Bluegrass State and the Volunteer State. So Dallas is funny. Last night, I'm sitting on the couch on Wendy's iPhone on Gulf Island Rock, which is her YouTube channel, and I couldn't really talk in my radio room. I knew Skip was coming in because I was watching CB Lounge 2112's Videogate live stream, and I could hear Bob and Shemanis, on the Big Island, the guys I talked to local, talking to him. And so I said, that's it. I'm going to go into my truck. And I went into my truck and I actually I made contact with them and I did upload the video gates while I'm on my way. You're on your way to Florida. Awesome. Florida's a good state. Florida's a free state and everything goes in Florida. I like that. I think Tennessee and Kentucky are the same way. And anyway, it's Canada Day today. So it's a Canada Day live stream. It is Canada's birthday. And it's very rare that Canada Day and Independence Day, the 4th of July, fall on the same long weekend. So there's a ton of American license plates when I went through town today on Salt Spring Island. Lots of Washington State. I see California and some Oregon. But so today, July 1st, we're 155 years old. And July 4th, the U.S. is 246 years old. I remember when the U.S. turned 200 years old. I was 12 years old. And you know what they did when the U.S. turned 200 years old for the 200th birthday of the U.S.? They printed $2 centennial $2 banknotes. And I actually got a sheet of these $2 banknotes in 1976. They're uncut sheet, and I still have those. I bought them when I was 12 years old. So happy birthday to my friends in the U.S. on Monday, and hopefully I can do a live stream on Monday, and we'll do a 4th live stream. So anyway, this morning I rode my motorcycle to the show and shine, the Canada Day show and shine in town, the car show. Tons of people. It's actually pre-pandemic. That's the way it felt like to me. I only saw a couple of dumbed down morons wearing face diapers, 2 people, and all those people, tons and tons of people there, and just 2 dummies. I call them dummies wearing face diapers, right? They actually looked out of place. Outside, breathe the fresh air. So some really nice vintage muscle cars. I love the old the SSs, the old Chevelle SSs. I'd be glad to be there on the island day. It's miserable. Oh, is it 91? 75. Okay, right now it's 26 degrees Celsius here. So that would be, what's 26 degrees Celsius? 75 degrees? 75 degrees out right now with about 62% humidity. Something like that. Just saw some sable and pinto palms. Cool. Nice. Pindo, yeah, Butia. Yeah, I know you guys get the humidity there. I heard in Tennessee the humidity is very, very high, and that's the way it is in some of our eastern provinces like Ontario, Montreal, and even you get into even the western provinces, Manitoba. They say they have really super high humidity, and the heat is high, and that's what makes it feel hotter. So here, no sweat off my chrome dome, dry. It's totally dry here. It's pretty rare to have high humidity here on the Gulf Islands. Right now, I'm getting a little bit of an ocean breeze. It feels nice. It feels like when you're in Hawaii, the temperature is really warm, but there's also this fanning wind coming off the ocean. So this is what it looks like here. This is what like here. There's my antenna. There's my Sigma Venom, and it's dry. It's sunny. It's a really nice day. But yeah, it's hot there, 91 degrees. Oh, I would be actually, you need air conditioning. Here, our doors are open. Got the door open over there, the kitchen door. And the air just kind of flows through the house. We have all our windows open all night long, going in our room to keep us cool. But what it does, it sucks in the ocean air through the windows, and it just goes right through the house. And I guess that's kind of the joy of living on an island at this time of year. There's no real extremes. I mean, once in a blue moon there is, but you always feel a little bit. You can even smell the ocean too, but you feel the ocean breeze. It keeps you cooler on a hot day. And right now there's just a very slight slight breeze, nothing major, but just enough to where you can feel it. So both of our accommodations are full right now. I think the lower accommodation girl's down on the beach. She loves to spend time on our beach. We live across the street from the most beautiful beach that not a lot of people know about. It's very private. And the only way to get to that beach is through this nature trail. It's a 5-minute walk through the forest. The trail is about maybe 20 feet wide, maybe not even 20 feet wide. And there's a fence, a wire fence on either side through the forest. And we have these right of ways all over Salt Spring Island so you can get to beaches. So it's a beautiful beach. And you go down there, and there's usually nobody down on that beach. It's crushed white shell. The water is so clear. The ocean water is very clear. I can hear your stereo. I just came back from that. Oh, Jennifer, how's it going? You can hear. I can hear you in stereo. Hey, there's our guest right there. She's awesome. Actually, Jennifer was a special guest of mine the other day, and I love to have special guests on here, especially nice special guests. So Jennifer actually has a live stream, or sorry, a YouTube channel called. See her name right there, everybody. Say hi to Jennifer. Jennifer Godfrey, and she does tarot reading. You know, when I think of tarot, I think of the Hawaiian taro root, which the Hawaiians smash down. It's starchy, and they make poi out of. If you've ever been to Hawaii, and so, but that's spelled differently. That's Taro. Tarot is Tarot. Tarot reading, right? There's a T on the end of it. So Jennifer, good to have you aboard. How's your little doggy doing? She's got the cutest little Yorkie. He's kind of like our Yorkie. Actually, they could be brothers. Really, they kind of look. They really do look similar. Even the markings, and they're very small dogs. So you just came back from the beach. That's awesome. Oh, I'm glad. You know what? It's nice to have a guest that enjoys the beach. There's some guests that will never go down to the beach. You know, they just find it too much of a hassle to walk through the trail. I don't think the trail's that bad. Really, it's actually a nice walk down the road. If you have time, he's great just relaxing in the shade. Sweet. Gotta like that. So, hey, was there anybody down on the beach, Jennifer? Was there anybody down on that private little beach? And remember, what you got to do, I'll tell you what you do, Jennifer, take your hand and kind of, roll it back and forth in those shells. And if you're lucky enough, maybe you might find a ancient native artifact. That's what I do when I'm sitting in the shells. I just kind of move my hand back and forth, and I just kind of shuffle those shells a little bit here and there. And like I say, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab the arrowheads, and I'm going to show you. Okay. Had it all to yourself for 2 hours. Now, I know Jen is a very slim girl, so there's not a lot of body fat on Jen, so she probably would not like that cold water. You like the water when it's probably about 80 degrees, right? So we used to jump off the breakwater into the ocean, especially at high tide. Let's go down there swimming all the time. So last year, Jen, when we had the heat dome here at the end of June, we hit 42.9 degrees Celsius. It was freaking smoking hot. It was so grossly hot. Humidity wasn't high, and we went down to that beach, and it felt just perfect. 80F, yeah, you like it 80F. You like it toasty. You like Maui Wowie ocean temperatures. And you know what? I don't blame you. I like it warm too. So I tell you where I'm going to be going shortly. I'm going to be going to an island north of here, about 100 miles north of here, called Savory Island. And a lot of people don't know about Savory Island, but Savory Island boasts the warmest ocean swimming water north of Mexico, north of the Baja, north of northern Mexico, right? And it's a very interesting island. The only way to get to that island is by boat, but no ferry boats go there. And they have a white sand beaches right around Savory Island, and the water is warm. It's warm water. Jen, you'd like Savory Island. And everybody there has generators for their houses. They're off the grid. And there's a store there, cafe too. So I'm going to be heading up there, and I'm going to be shooting some YouTube videos, Savory Island. Then I'm going to be going to Texada Island. And Texada Island's a mother huge island off of the Sunshine Coast. So Savory Island's in the Desolation Sound. And what happens when the tide goes out, the sand really warms up a lot. The water, I guess the current, the way it moves there, doesn't move so much like here. So the water warms up to like 75, 80 degrees, I guess, somewhere up there. Apparently it's really, really warm swimming at Savory Island. So check that one out. It's Savary, Savory Island in Desolation Sound. They call it Canada's Hawaiian Island, but actually Salt Spring Island is Canada's Hawaiian Island because many of our first settlers came from the Hawaiian Islands. The first settlers here were Hawaiians, and blacks, black Americans that bought their way out of slavery, and they came from Missouri, then they went to California, and then they came up to British Columbia. So the Starks, Wims, there's a bunch of different roads named after the early black settlers here, and then we have a lot of roads named after the early Hawaiian settlers, right? And right now, this is a good place to be. In the wintertime, I would prefer to be in on the Hawaiian Islands. The winters here, if you haven't been to Salt Spring Island in the wintertime, it's wet, it's damp, it's cool, right? I'm used to it. I was born and raised here on the coast, but you get people that come from uh, other areas of Canada, maybe we'll say the prairies where they get a ton of sun. They probably don't like it so much here. But what I do like, I like the fact we can grow palm trees. Behind us, proof is in the pudding. So this is the way I say it. If I can't grow a palm tree, then I can't live there. It's too cold for me to live there in the wintertime. Winters may be cool and wet here, but we do grow palm trees right there. Proof is in the pudding, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go get these arrowheads. Jen, hope you're still on there. I'm going to get the arrowheads, and I'm going to show you what they look like, the ones we found on the beach, okay? So hang in there. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you some arrowheads we found on the beach here. You ready? Okay, so the very first one doesn't really look like much, okay, but it's like this black obsidian. You can see it's part of it. Nothing major, but that was an arrowhead. Then there's this one. So you can see the points broken off of that one there. And that's the one I found. And see the tips kind of broken off of it. So these are from our beach, right? And you can see they were carved. I mean, these are thousands of years old. Isn't that crazy? And it doesn't look like, to me, it doesn't look like shale. It almost looks like black obsidian, but I don't think it's black obsidian because black obsidian's in Hawaii. So maybe it is just a hard shale. Then there's the one my kid found here. Look at that one. That is a beauty. It's, I mean, it's worn down because it's been sitting on the beach for thousands of years, but that is an arrowhead found on the beach right across the street. And you can see that there was actually an arrowhead or a spearhead right there, part of one. So when you're down on the beach, Jen, you know, when you see something like that, that is not a normal rock. That's what my kid said. You know, this was years ago. He found this thing probably 25 years ago. He said, "Hey, Dad, look at this cool rock." And I said, "That ain't a rock." Well, it's made out of a rock, but it's an arrowhead. And there's some pretty cool artifacts you can find on the beach. And there are, like I say, petroglyphs. I know of 2 petroglyphs here. I also know of palm fossils on Salt Spring Island. You know, years ago, I was down in front of Mowat's Home Hardware in town, and I see Linda Creering looking at this rock face over by Grace Point. And I said, I wonder what she's looking at there. She was studying this rock face right across from Mowat's there, Mowat's, which is Home Hardware. And she says, "Hey, Joe, you'd be interested in this." So I went over there, and she's showing me these palm fossils in the rock. And the crazy thing about it, the sun's getting my eyes. The crazy thing about it is there are actually palm trees growing beside where the palm fossils are in that rock. So Blast Off is in there. Hello, Mike. So anyway, she's showing me where the palm fossils were in the rock, and there was a leaf fossil in there too. And I said, "Well, how did you know about these palm fossils? Merry Christmas." Well, 6 more months and it is going to be Christmas. So the palm fossils are very old. She said Tom Wright, and I knew the guy too, he's passed away a long time ago. Tom Wright was a geologist that lived at Grace Point years ago, and he discovered the palm fossils. So one day I was shooting a mine to come. Yeah. Come and check them out. Come on up. Bring your dog too. Come on up. So anyway, Jen's going to come up and say hi. Here, I'll pull up a chair. She's going to do a special guest on the live stream. So anyway, So one day I'm looking at the palm fossils and I'm shooting a YouTube video, and Tom Wright happens to drive by, the geologist. And I said, whoa, hey, Tom, I got to ask you about something. And Tom was an older dude back then. That was a while back. And I said, tell me about these palm fossils. And he said they were fan palms. And that rock face used to be down, right? So I guess the palm trees had fallen in the mud, whatever. And then it solidified. It turned to sandstone. It's sandstone. And then the island was squished up. So those palm fossils are between 70 and 80 million years old, something like that. You know what else I have that Jen might be interested in is a dinosaur. Hey, Wendy, where are those dinosaur bones? Do we have them? They must be in the living room. They're probably by the fireplace. I want to show them. Anyway, Jen wants to see these rocks here. She's coming up to see these arrowheads. Okay, so anyway, that was, I saw a giant palm frond fossil, 37,000. Well, I'm going to, Tom's gone. Oh, Wendy's got them.
I think, I don't know if Sammy or
No, I got these from Susan Huber. Okay, so I'm going to show you something even cooler. Okay, so these are from a hadrosaurus. These are millions of years old. This is part of the vertebrae of a dinosaur. This is actually a dinosaur bone. That's a real dinosaur bone. And I have another fragment. It's kind of busted in half. Another fragment of one. So that is a real dinosaur bone. This is also from a hadrosaurus too, this bone here. And these came from Drumheller, the Badlands in Alberta. So anyway, what Tom told me, they're between 70 and 80 million years old, these palm fossils. And you can see remnants of them in the rock, right? So when they were blasting, I'll tell you another story. I got lots of stories. So when they were blasting for the island highway, to put the, oh, hello, look at you. And he's got his Canada Day. Go say hi to Wendy. He's got his Canada Day. Hey, Jen, how's it going? Come on up. I'll show you. I got some good things to show you here. Get over here.
Oh, I should have brought up.
There's my special guest again. You got to get in here too. It's good to do live streams because then you know how to do them, right?
Yeah.
And you just kind of go with the flow. So this is Jen. Jennifer, can I call you Jen?
Yeah.
I'm going to call her Jen. So Jen, so these are, so when you're down on the beach and you see something like this, because Jen likes to go to our beach, does that look like a normal rock? I don't think so.
No, it doesn't. Actually.
No, so you can.
No, that's actually pretty obvious.
Isn't that pretty cool? How you little? What are you doing, little guy? Did you have a good
And
kid?
it's actually made out of rock. It was hard
No,
to tell.
it is rock. No, it is rock. So, and you can see, you can hold this one too. This you can see was part of an arrowhead too. That's part of it. Could have been a spearhead, but it's so worn down, right?
Right.
And then there's this one. This was
I
the
never
one.
would have
This
thought
was
that.
the one my kids found. Isn't that pretty good? Isn't that pretty cool?
amazing.
So these were all found on that beach.
Wow,
Isn't that
okay.
awesome? So,
Yeah.
you know, at one time, what are you doing? Look at this little dog. It's all dressed up for Canada Day, 155 years today. So this was probably pointy at one time, and who knows, it might have killed a deer or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to hunt with them, right? Isn't that cool? And there's more on other beaches here too. But
Yeah,
so when
that's
you're
really
sitting
cool.
down there, I know you sit in the shells, right?
I actually haven't done that yet. I'm always exploring the rocks.
Oh, are
and,
you?
Yeah, I found a bunch of deer bones.
Did you?
Tucked in the rocks. Yeah, today.
That's a good find. You want to know what I found down there? So one day I was down there and I was going that way. So I got down to the beach and I was going towards Sally Point.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And I looked and I was about halfway, maybe not even halfway, quarter way down. I look in the rocks and I see the end of a bottle, right? Like a green bottle, but I could tell it was kind of like blown glass, like a really old bottle. And I thought maybe it's just the end of it. The rest of it probably was gone. It was broken. So I go and I reach in. It was kind of wedged in there. It had barnacles on. I pull it out. It's like a super old beer bottle from the turn of the century.
Oh my
It was
God.
1906 or something. And it was Vancouver Brewing Company. It said right on it. And so somebody from a ship probably had a few wobbly pops and they probably winged it overboard and it floated up and stuck in the rocks. And I have it in my bottle collection because I have a big bottle collection. So these, I was saying, are dinosaur bones. These are real dinosaur bones.
How can you tell? 'Cause
They came from
they're-
Drumheller because my friend
Oh, okay,
was a
okay.
paleontologist.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
she got these dinosaur bones from me many, many years ago. So this is part of the vertebrae, as you can see. You can see there's little holes in there too. This is part of it. It's broken in half, but she said they're from a hadrosaurus.
Wow.
That's dinosaur
That
bone.
is really
Isn't that crazy?
amazing.
So these came from, you know where Drumheller is?
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
are from Drumheller. And if you haven't been to Drumheller,
Alberta.
yeah, have you been to the Royal Tyrrell Museum?
No, not Yeah.
Royal Tyrone Museum is absolutely insane. It's so cool. So they have the skeletons of gigantic dinosaurs, right? Well, you gotta see it. It's just
Yeah.
like we took the kids there, and I was like just like blown away. And the Badlands are pretty cool too. So those are real dinosaur bones. So if you're sitting down there, I mean, if you don't explore one day and you sit down there for an hour and you just kind of put your hands through those shells,
Yeah,
you might
I
find.
will.
And there's arrowheads, or there's spearheads too. I know people that have actually spearheads and other things too, like grinding tools. No, there's a
Wow.
lot of things to be found
Yeah.
on these beaches. So I was told that the natives never actually lived here full time. The natives never lived here full time. They used to come here to hunt and camp and do clam bakes and this and that, and then go back over to the Big Island.
Okay.
So that's why there's middens here. The midden is an area where they dump their shells, they would camp, and that's why there's areas like our beach is a midden. That's a midden. There's actually one in Mowat Park too. So in the middle of the park, and it's probably about maybe 2 blocks in from the ocean, in this forested park, you see piles of shells. That's where they used to take their stuff and bake it and stuff like that and just dump it. So it's like a
Okay.
garbage dump from thousands of years ago,
Yeah.
which is super cool. So middens.
Wow.
And have you been to Bettis Beach?
No.
You mostly stick to this end of the island, don't you? This is a good end
Pretty
of the
much.
island. This is a good end of the island to
I,
be.
yeah.
No,
I
this
did
is a good end of the
I
island.
did go to the other side of Ganges yesterday.
Oh, did you? So you
Yeah.
did venture out. See, today I was at the car show. There's a big Canada Day car show.
Oh.
Oh, it's awesome. So Canada, and they haven't had it for 2 years. So it was just like pre all, when stuff started happening. So it's pre that.
Yeah.
It was so nice. So they had music going and tons of cars, like old muscle cars, Jaguars, everything, right? So, and then they were selling hot dogs, this and that, and hamburgers, which you probably don't eat. Do you eat hot dogs?
Mhm.
Oh, do you?
Mhm.
I had a bratwurst. God, it was good with that sauerkraut in it. I like sauerkraut. There was a lot of people. So the first time I went this morning, I hopped on my motorbike, I rode down, I shot a long YouTube video, and then I came back, and then Wendy and I went and we walked around, and it was good. And she's like, I should have brought my dog. There were people with dogs there too.
Oh, okay.
There was lots of dogs. You would have liked it, although it was pretty warm. Okay.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes.
It's pretty
He would
warm.
have been dragging me around to meet everybody, every single person.
He does. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Kahu does. He wants to see everybody. So do you
Yeah.
take him to the beach?
Not today.
You can go to the beach today? No, look at you.
No, he didn't today.
Look at this dog.
His mom needed a break from him today.
That's okay. It's good to have a break from.
Yeah.
And you know what? You probably just slept
He
anyway.
didn't want to come. I tried, and he put on the brakes, and I was like, "You don't want to come?" And I kind of yanked him, and then 2 seconds later, he put the brakes on, and I thought, "Okay, he doesn't want to come." So
How was he through the trail? Like through the roots? Do you pick him up
I
over
pick
there?
him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, not always.
No.
Sometimes I do, but he's fine.
Same with
the roots.
Kahu too.
Yeah,
His tiny little dog gets
yeah.
over the, but Kahu goes right through the mud.
Yes,
Yeah, he
will
goes
too,
right through the
and
mud.
So I always try to stop him and pick him up. And
It will eventually dry out. We go there in the wintertime and it's like really muddy.
yeah,
It's super
oh, I
muddy.
betcha,
And how are
yeah.
you getting down to the beach? Are you okay? Like
Okay.
at the end?
Yeah, I just grab onto.
Because I know it's a
trees and-
little sketchy, but that's
Yeah,
why a lot
it's
of people
fine.
don't like to go down there.
Yeah.
Like B&BS, we've had some before. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They get down to the end, it's kind of sketchy, but hey,
Uh,
it's awesome, isn't it?
I was there for probably 2 hours, and I had the whole place to myself.
that
and
nice?
It was wonderful.
That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
I just explored. and-
You'd probably like, I don't know if you've been to Sunset Beach over there. Did you go to that one? So it's around the corner. If
No,
you
not
want to see a
yet.
beautiful sunset.
Yeah, not yet, but I will.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's at 1100.
We went to Duck Creek Park.
Oh, did you go to
today.
Duck Creek? Did you
Yeah.
walk it?
Yes, beautiful.
Do you like it?
Loved
You can
it.
actually walk all the way through to Broadway. So there's a parking lot actually on the other side. So if you
Yes,
go,
that's right.
yeah. So if you
Yeah.
go to the 4-way stop and then you hang a right and you go down Vesuvius Bay Road, you hang a right when you come to Broadwell Road and it's just on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
That's where the parking lot
That's
is.
where I went.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I went,
So
yeah.
you can walk right through to Sunset
Yes,
Drive.
and I did.
Did
yeah,
you?
Because I saw the cars
Yeah.
parked there, and I'm like, oh, that must be another entrance. And then that's kind of where I went. I actually
It's cool.
stopped walking on the upper part and went down and walked back along the river.
It's actually nice, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so Wendy
It's
likes to take
beautiful.
Kahu there
Yeah.
now. And then there's another trail that's just down the road from here. So you go down, you know where Uncle Ken's
This
farm
way.
stand is?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hang a right there and you go up that road and then you hang immediate left.
Okay.
And then that road will take you to a cul-de-sac. And at the cul-de-sac, you'll see people parked there. There's a little trail. Oh my God, it's so awesome. That's where Kahu loves to walk. And it goes up into
Oh,
Channel Ridge trails.
Okay.
So you could go there too. And it's flat.
Okay.
It's flat. It's not like steep or anything. It's beautiful. And you go right through this beautiful forest.
What's that one called?
It's actually that goes through somebody's private property, but they let people go through the private
yeah,
property to get
yeah.
into the park.
I
It goes
think-
into a
okay.
park.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a
I
little.
read about that one.
Yeah. So
on,
that's at the
All
end.
Trails.
Yeah, it's at the end of Epron Road. So
Okay.
this one here is maintained by the Trail and Nature Society,
Okay.
and that's actually a road right away, which will never ever be a road. So all over Salt Spring Island, there's beach accesses,
Yeah.
and a lot of them are road right of ways.
Oh.
But they'll
okay.
never develop it.
Okay.
So in order to get to some of these beaches like that, you have to have same with Southie Point. Have you been up there? Southie Point's
Yes.
really nice.
Yes.
Right at the end.
Right at the very end.
Right at the end.
And there's a fence there that goes into
Yes,
somebody's
yeah,
driveway.
yes,
that
yes.
says no parking
Yes.
here.
Yep.
And then you kind of walk down.
And it's a cove.
And it's a cove.
It's a cove.
And I checked it out first I was here actually.
It's pretty
Before I
nice.
checked in.
It's nice.
There was a sea otter playing in the cove.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to ask you a question. How do you like Salt Spring?
I don't really want to go, to be honest with you.
So
yeah.
this is a lady
It's
that's
quite
from.
magical.
She's traveled all around. I know because I've watched some of your videos. She's got a YouTube channel. And howdy, Pam Hawkins. Hey, sorry, Pam. Pam in Wisconsin. Howdy, and Shaka. Have you found any mosasaur teeth? Mosasaur teeth? No, I don't know what that is. That sounds like some sort of crazy creature. No, I haven't. Hi, Pam. Anyway, so you like Salt Spring?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you might move here.
Well, maybe. I mean,
You should.
that rental that kind of fell into my lap, I think it might be a go for like even the summer.
And that's around the corner.
Yeah, it's around the corner.
I love the
Yeah.
north end of the island. So, hey, puppy. The south end of the island is completely different. It is.
It is. It feels different.
Yeah, yeah.
When we went down to
Fulford.
Beach, yeah, where that petroglyph is on that big rock
Did
of
you
the seal.
did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you went down to Drummond Park?
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
Drummond Park?
It's Drummond Park.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's between the two trees.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so you did
I
find
had
it
forgotten all about it, and then I had parked right in front of it, and then all of a sudden I remember you saying something about
between the two trees.
and I went, well, there's two trees
So you
and
actually-
a big rock. So I got out and I actually walked around it, and I'm like, boom, and there's like a plaque and everything.
Yeah. So Mr. Cudmore found that when he's, hey, puppy.
Jackson, where are you, bud? Jackson.
It is fenced.
Okay.
The whole yard is fenced. Come here, puppy.
I'm one of those helicopter moms.
No, that's good. Come
I
here,
just
pup.
like
You want
know
to see
where
where he
it
is?
is.
Let's go
Yeah.
see where he is. Let's go see where Jackson.
Jackson.
Oh, here he is. Come on.
Oh,
Come
okay.
here.
Come on, bud.
Come here.
Come here.
Come on. So you saw the petroglyph.
Yeah.
Cool. So did it look like a seal?
No.
What did it look like? An alien?
No, it looked like
I didn't know it was a
an
seal.
owl or something.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a seal either. The first time I saw it, and then I read the thing, is that's a seal?
Yeah,
Really?
that's
But maybe because it's
Yeah.
worn out at 5,000 years
Yeah.
or wherever how old it is.
Yeah.
So there's another one around the corner here on Sunset, and the only way to get to it is through private property, but it's on the secluded beach,
Oh,
and I've seen it. It's some other animal, and it's a big one too, right? So there might be even other ones.
Yeah,
There's actually
probably.
a cave on Salt Spring Island too, a mine shaft that they did, I guess it was back in the 1800s, because they were looking for copper on the side of Mount Maxwell, and it goes about 100 feet into the side of the mountain. And that's something I haven't explored yet, but I want to shoot a YouTube video there.
That
So-
would be cool. Yeah.
What is the south end so different from the north end? This is where all the cool people live. That's the difference. Cool people stay here and cool people live here. No, the difference is this is the ongoing thing over the years. There used to be two phone numbers on Salt Spring Island. 537 was north end, and then there's a dividing line. We call it the Mason-Dixon line here, 653. 653 is where you'll see all the rubber boots and dreadlocks and hippy dippies. And the north end, you're not going to see so many hippy dippies. North end's a little bit more populated. South end's more spread out, but there's way more earthy people on the south end.
Okay.
So if you lots more, we say hippies. That's where you see the hippies, rubber boots, and dreadlocks on the south end,
Okay.
and maybe more hairy women on the south end, not on the north end. That it's like that there, right? So, but I mean, it's not saying it's a bad thing, and there's, like I say, maybe more open space on the south end, and it's maybe a little bit more. I mean, this really doesn't seem congested, does it? No, it's pretty laid back, but there's
Yeah.
maybe more population on the north end. I love the north end. I think it's great up here. But I mean, if I had to live on the south end, I guess I could. So the south end of Salt Spring Island is 16.7 miles south of here. You know, there's a remote place on Salt Spring. There's a little subdivision, and it takes over an hour to get there from here. About an hour and 15 minutes to drive. Blow you away on this island. So what you do, I took Wendy there for the first time. It would have been June, not last June, but the June before. Somebody hired me to carve a tiki for them in a big tree.
Okay.
And I hadn't been down there for years because we had a park at the end of this really remote road. So you drive down to the south end, Drummond Park. You know where Drummond Park? You follow Isabella Point Road up,
Okay.
and then you go up into Mountain Road. And Mountain Road takes you up over the mountain where the Buddhist retreat is on the top of that mountain.
That's something I have to go check out.
Yeah, it's a Buddhist whatever, you can stay there. So there's a lake at the top of the mountain at 2,000 foot. It freezes in the winter. You can skate on it.
All right.
So these lakes will not be frozen, but people will be playing hockey up there. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Wendy's gone skating up there. We went up there one day. It was 8 degrees Celsius down here, and people were skating up there and playing hockey. It was just
Wow.
like you're in a different world. So you go up over the mountain, and you go down the side of the mountain. It's a long drive, gravel road, and then it comes into this weird like subdivision with about 25 houses in the middle of nowhere on the ocean. There's a dock, there's a marina, there's no stores. Those guys, because it's so far from Ganges, have boats, and they go over to Vancouver Island to do their shopping.
Oh,
They'll go to
wow.
Cowichan Bay, or they'll go to Maple Bay. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Because it's so far to drive. They can go over there in 8 minutes on a boat,
Yeah.
and it takes an hour to get to Ganges.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Huh?
Wow.
Here on this island, there's a lot to know about this. I can picture you being a hippie. If I had hair, yeah, I could grow my beard long like ZZ Top and braid it, right? And when you get long hair, you look like a hippie too. No, I'm far from a hippie, but don't get me wrong. I do like hippies, and I have lots of hippie friends, right? There's lots of hippies here, and hippies are good. They smoke a lot of ganja. I don't smoke it. I just grow it because I like exotic plants, right? And actually, it's growing pretty good. Look at it.
Mhm.
That's doing good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Very
we just
healthy.
grow it because it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's just to us, it's just an ornamental plant.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying when I was younger I didn't, but I don't now. I'm more of a teetotaler, and I drink sparkling water. That's what I do. Nettle tea, sparkling water. That's better for you, right? Much better. That stuff. What is that?
San Pellegrino.
Oh, that's good stuff too. That's
Yeah.
Italian.
that's
that's
what I
very-
drink. Yeah.
San Pellegrino's good stuff.
Yeah.
That is actually Italian, and you can actually that's flavored, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can get the San Pellegrino, kind of like Perrier. It's a fancy schmancy water with bubbles
Yeah.
in it, right?
and
So
fruit juice.
and fruit juice too.
Yeah.
Healthy. This girl personifies healthier, right? Yoga, hikes, this and that. So that's why you need to be on Salt Spring. See, there's lots of on Salt Spring Island. There's no fast food.
yeah,
There's no fast food permitted on Salt Spring Island,
I
and there's
don't really eat it anymore.
no. It's not. It's not good. It's not good for you, right?
Well, it's not even that. It's just I don't.
You don't like it. You don't
I don't
crave
really
it.
like
You don't
it.
crave a
Yeah.
McDonald's hamburger.
No,
Like I hate
the
McDonald's.
odd time, like maybe once or twice a year, I'll go, oh, I think I'm gonna get some fries or something like that, and then I'll get halfway through and go, oh,
Well, after you eat them, you think, ugh.
why did
but
I do that?
They taste good while you eat, and then after you eat them, it's like a bag of potato chips. You can't stop at one
Yeah.
because they must put something in them to make them addicting.
Yeah.
Because you got to eat the whole bag, and after it's like, why did I eat that whole bag?
Yeah.
Because they're not good for me. So it's probably better to have maybe some carrots or some celery sticks or something, right? But on Salt Spring Island, no fast food, and there's no neon signs allowed.
Oh, yeah,
That's why you
no
don't see any neon signs.
Yeah.
You see wood carved signs.
Yeah.
There used to be one guy named Warren Langley who used to make all the signs on Salt Spring Island. They're always wood carved. So, and there's no box stores.
I was
no
gonna
box
say,
stores.
There's no like chains
No,
at all.
There is actually a Fields.
Oh, there is a
Yeah,
home hardware too, right?
Yeah, there's a Home Hardware. It's been there forever at Mowat's. But so anyway, back in 1998, they opened up a Fields by Country Grocer. You know where Country Grocer is
Yeah,
uptown.
yeah.
They opened a Fields beside it, and it was great. Because I mean,
Okay.
Fields is Canadian. It's a nice little store, and you can get pretty cheap prices in there, especially if you're a mom and you have kids.
Right. Okay.
So that lasted about 4 years, and then it closed down, and then they just opened one up in September last year. So when you're driving to the south end where the old Slag Lumber building is, there's a Fields in there, and it's huge. It's huge, and it's good because you can get stuff cheaper in there
Like
than
what
some,
do they sell there?
everything: clothes, toasters, blankets, you name it,
Oh, okay.
kitchen stuff, whatever. I wanted a lunch bucket, like a cooler, like one of those igloo coolers. They had lots of them in there, so I went and got one of those because I know if I bought it at the other place, it's going to be more money. But a lot of times when we go off island, that's when we stock up. We'll get
Yeah.
gas,
Yeah.
we get propane. Propane at Costco's probably around $12, and here it's $30.
Yeah.
No, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Gas over
They
there is
get gas.
cheaper than here. So
You could go over Cross once a week.
yep, and you
Do
shop.
what you need to.
Shop.
It costs you what, $40, $45?
Yep. So
on a ferry?
actually, you get a ferry card, and it's cheaper. So you get
Oh.
a BC ferry card, which I have in my wallet, and it's probably 30, maybe 30, $35.
And it's good for a year, or
You load it up.
oh, you
You load it up, and it gives you a discount. Yeah, so if you
Oh, okay,
live
that's
here,
good
you
to
get a
know.
BC ferry card. So when I go to the ferry booth, I just tap my ferry card, and they'll say, "Oh, this is your last bid on here. You're gonna have to load it up again." So you put $100 on, $1,000, whatever.
And you do that online, I see.
You can do it right there. They'll just
Oh.
load it up for you right
Oh,
there.
okay.
So you give them your MasterCard, your ferry card,
Okay.
and then they'll load it up for you, and then you're good to go for. I think $100 will get you 3 sailings.
Okay.
As where regularly it's probably $45.
Yeah.
So you save,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So going
Good
off
to
that
know.
way is free. Coming back, they ding you. Fulford, you going off is free. Coming back, they ding you, and that way is both ways. They ding you. on Long Harbor. We have 3 ferry terminals.
Oh,
Long Harbor. You haven't been to
yeah.
Long Harbor.
No, I
that
haven't.
goes to Tsawwassen. You know where Tsawwassen is?
Yes, that's where I came in.
Oh, did-
To Vancouver Island was Tsawwassen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you went Tsawwassen to Swartz
Nanaimo.
Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, Nanaimo.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you came down through Crofton. So next week I'm going from Crofton to Comox. I'm taking a ferry across from Comox to Lund on the Sunshine Coast.
Okay.
And then we're going to go there for a bit into Powell River, and then we're going to go over to Texada, and then we're going to take another boat over to Savory. So stay tuned
Yeah.
for videos. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So no fast food is very healthy and good for you. Yeah, well, once in a while I do splurge. I will admit I do go to A&W, and I do have a chicken burger because I do like the chicken burgers at A&W. Just because I do treat myself. It is really good, and I actually have a root beer. I do like their root beers too.
Yeah.
That's just a treat. We actually one time did have a Orange Julius here. Was it a Dairy Queen? It was an Orange Julius. It was an Orange Julius in town. Might have been a Dairy Queen too. So the Dairy Queen wasn't allowed to have hamburgers, just soft serve. And it was right upstairs where Thrifty's was, and there's a liquor store there now. And it lasted about 2 years, and people didn't like it. They didn't like that here, so they had to shut down, and they left.
Oh wow.
It's just people aren't into fast food here,
Yeah.
which is probably a good thing. You don't see a lot of obese people in Salt Spring Island.
No, I don't think.
Look
I
around. You're not going to see a
noticed.
lot of
No.
obese people. A lot of people here do lots of outdoorsy things.
Yeah.
Because year round, you can go hiking.
Oh, I think Vancouver Island's like that too.
Vancouver Island's
Yeah.
totally like that. So
Yeah.
you went all the way to the north end. You went to Port Hardy.
Yeah.
What's
I
it
did.
like at Port
Yeah.
Hardy?
Lots of eagles. Beautiful. The weather there was really rainy and cold when I was there.
It rains
Yeah.
a lot in
And then
Port
I
Hardy.
heard that. Yeah, it does.
So it's a
Yeah.
long drive.
It is a bit of a long drive. Yeah.
That's the northern end of Vancouver Island. So for you guys who are not familiar with Vancouver Island, it takes 7 hours to drive from Victoria to Port Hardy. And she was at the very northern end. There's a ferry from Port Hardy to Prince Rupert.
Yeah.
And then from Prince Rupert to Haida Gwaii.
Oh,
And that's what
yeah.
I want to. I want to go to Haida Gwaii.
I've been told to go there.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be just absolutely awesome. And it's BC Ferries that will take you there. There's packages. Wendy's son's been there a few times. He says the moss is thick and the trees are gigantic.
Wow.
You'd like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually had
Lovely.
people from Haida Gwaii stay at the tiny house. They were sculptors, and they actually there's a foundry right behind us up on Northview Road, and Jacob, and he does bronze work, and they were down here at his foundry making stuff. So they stayed here for 3 days, and he's got the guys that stayed here. They were native. Wendy goes, "Are you guys Italian?" I said, "No, we're from Haida Gwaii. We're native." I thought it was kind of funny, right? Because I mean, they did kind of look Italian. So they have a gallery in Haida Gwaii.
Oh,
And they're
wow.
stone carvers, and they did bronze work there at Jacob's place.
Wow.
Often you can hear him melting the stuff there. You can hear the big blow torches going. He's just on the next road over. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, no fast food. Yeah, no fast food is good. Rotten Ronnie's is no good for why is the South End? Okay, there we go. So I think we got everything answered, and I hope you do move here. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, time will tell, right? I mean,
You're here for a week.
I'm here. Yeah, that just fell in my lap the first day, that rental opportunity, and
That's
now
cool.
it might seem like I'll be here.
So
for
if
the
they don't
summer.
sell, then you can get it.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
She just said today. She just said if I don't find anything else, that I might be able to just stay there all summer,
Wow.
and
wow.
then on
That's-
into the winter.
That would be so
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So
That,
we'll see.
and that's just up. That's the first road. No, second road on the left, right beside John and Andrea's place, the farm.
Yeah.
Pringle. Oh, that's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
You saw the Lavender Farm?
I haven't been up to it yet.
There's
but
a
I saw
lavender-
the sign for it.
Yeah,
Today,
there's lavender and black is right on the left-hand side,
Yeah.
and then you can buy all your essential oils. And there's a massive lavender farm on the south end on Musgrave. Huge lavender fields. There's vineyards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 vineyards. We have vodka and gin place that makes vodka and gin here. We have 2 cideries, and then we have another one that just opened up, and it's called MEAD, mead. It's like a cider. You gotta keep an eye on your baby.
He was here a second ago.
Where's your? Where did you go? It's funny, Kahoo's not.
Oh,
here.
he's right here. I
How
thought
you
he was
doing,
right
little
there.
guy?
Yeah, I could
So-
feel him.
And then there's
so-
a brewery here too. There's a brewery on the very south,
Sorry, bud.
and if you'll notice, there's lots of farm stands here too.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
tons of farm stands. So you leave money, and it's honor system, and then you take what you want because they trust you here, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of honest people on Salt Spring Island, which is good. There's some real. Have you been to that farm stand?
No, I haven't.
You should see it now. It's like a store in there. You can go in there, look. It's unbelievable. Like the one at North End. So when
Yeah.
you go into the Go check out the building there. It's awesome.
So you actually drive in there.
You can walk in, just walk right in there.
Oh,
You can walk right in. People go
oh.
there. It's steady flow all day of people going there to buy
Oh,
stuff. It's
okay.
like a store. They got all the produce. It's about 200 acres, that place. It's oceanfront.
Oh
It's
my
for sale.
gosh.
It's
Yeah.
for sale. I think they want 12 or 14 million. No, it's a really nice piece of property. That's one
I
you should
betcha.
buy. You should buy that one, and you could be a farmer. Jen the farmer on Salt
It's a
Spring.
little out of my price
Just
range.
raise the prices of the vegetables, cover the cost of the place, the land taxes. Actually, the thing is, when you have a farm, land taxes are cheaper. You know that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they're actually cheaper. You're into real estate, right?
real estate,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my ex is a farmer
Okay, so
in Ontario.
so
yeah,
it's the same in
thing.
Ontario.
Yeah.
So if you have a farm and you produce so much, I think so much per year, your land taxes are nothing.
Yeah,
They're-
it's different. You're taxed differently.
They might be
Yeah.
less than us. You know what's crazy? Their taxes, ours are over 3,000.
Okay.
Theirs might be less than us because they're a farm.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe they have 200 acres, and you figure it should be more, right? But people buy the boxes every couple of weeks. You pay $26 or whatever, and then they'll get you a big box full of vegetables,
Wow.
fresh vegetables.
That's
They have
nice.
everything they grow there. Watermelons. We grow lots of watermelons here. Cantaloupe.
Do you grow avocados?
Not avocados, but figs. Lots of figs.
Okay.
There's fig tree right there with big fig tree there. There's a fig farm down the road.
Oh, okay.
Down on North End Road, there's a fig farm just down the road from us here.
How come not avocados?
Not hardy enough. Need to be cold hardy enough. It has to work in our climate, but we do have
Okay.
pineapple guavas.
Okay.
Pineapple guavas are growing good. Loquat, there's subtropical loquat tree. And so when it's fig season here, you'll know it. There'll be people set up on the sides of the roads as you're driving around. It says figs for sale, and they'll have fresh figs. Do you like figs? Have you ever had a fig?
I've never had like a fresh
No,
one.
fresh figs are the best, man. They
No.
melt in your mouth. They're
they?
like honey. You have to get them when they're really soft. And you can watch my videos on here. So if you go to my channel here and you punch in figs,
Yeah.
just because that's a tag word I use, you will see fig season. I have
Okay.
16,000 videos on here. So there's a lot of videos on here. I've been shooting videos since 2008.
Yeah, it's a
I've been
long time.
YouTubing for a long time. I got 3 channels.
Mhm.
And you probably saw my other one, Jungle Josie Video Gates.
Yeah.
That's where I talk on the radio.
Oh,
I have radios, so I talk on the radios. But that one also has a lot of gardening stuff. I like to throw random stuff in there just to break up the monotony. And here, this is kind of dedicated to gardening. But there's travel, there's Maui, wherever we go, I shoot videos.
Yeah.
It's fun. It just kind of documents things, right?
Yeah.
So next week, I can't wait to go to Savory. I've been dying.
That'll be amazing.
I've been dying to go to Savory Island. White sand beaches around this island with warm water, and I want to go in the water.
Well, and that's the thing about living in this area too.
Yeah.
That I'm realizing is that everything is so accessible. Although it doesn't
is.
seem like it, it is. But it's
It
just
is.
a ferry ride away.
It's not that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we're on this island. Yeah, we're far from the mainland, but to go to Vancouver Island is 20 minutes. And Vancouver Island really has everything. Have you been to Duncan?
No, that's where I'm going on Monday.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Duncan's not that far. It's once you get off the ferry,
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Mhm,
15 minutes max. You're in Duncan.
mhm.
Duncan has everything except a Costco. They have Superstore.
Oh,
They have Home Hardware or like Home Depot, Walmart, everything, right?
Mhm.
And it's a pretty busy place. It's nice too. I like Duncan. You'd love Cow Bay. Cow Bay is my favorite.
okay.
Cowichan Bay is beautiful. You sit in the restaurant there and you're looking at Salt Spring Island. Cowichan Bay's. So when I go for a motorbike ride over there, Wendy and I, Cowichan Bay.
Yeah.
And we just kind of hug the ocean, take the back roads, and then we'll sit and you have an ice cream or you go to the Rock Cod Cafe and you're looking right at Salt Spring. It's just a very
Nice.
narrow band of water that separates us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So we're not as remote as some people think, right? Being away for about 10 minutes from bad single end, but we are in Florida now. You're in Florida, the Sunshine State. Can palm trees grow in Prince Rupert? No such luck. No palm trees in Prince Rupert. I have to keep up with some of these comments too, right?
Yeah.
Can palm trees? No. Prince Rupert. Have you been to Prince Rupert?
No, but
That-
I researched it as a possible place to visit, but I
That's-
decided that it's too cold and rainy.
Oh, they get so many.
Right? But I do want to visit it.
It's supposed to be okay,
Just
but
don't want to live
it's
there.
very rare to get lots of days like this. No, it's
Yeah.
rare to get sunny days like this. They get a lot of cloudy days
Yeah,
in
that's what I
Prince
read,
Rupert,
yeah.
but
But it
our-
looks beautiful.
it does look nice. And then there is a ferry from there to Haida Gwaii. As we're here, this spring was kind of weird. Our springs are generally really dry and sunny,
Mhm.
but there's something different about the spring. It was wet and it was cool. And it wasn't until about a week or so ago, it started getting, now it's nice. It's
Yeah.
26 out here.
Yeah.
And the humidity's low. You're not sweating, are you?
It's the whole no.
You're not
no,
sweating.
The whole West Coast has been like that this spring. It's
been cold. It's
yeah,
been
and
cold.
wet.
As where my friends in Tennessee down here are sweltering in the heat. He's in Pennsylvania, sweltering in the heat. We don't get that type of heat here. It's very rare. We don't get high humidity too. And you think of Salt Spring Island and the Gulf Islands being surrounded by ocean, the humidity would be high. Humidity's low.
Yeah.
It's always low here. I have weather stations. So right now the humidity is a little high at 60%. And most of the time it's around 37 or 40. No, it's
Oh.
really low. It's not like
Oh.
Ontario
Yeah.
where you step out of the shower and then you got to go back in because
Yeah.
people see you sweat.
Yeah.
Right?
You do. Yes.
Like, I don't like that.
No.
This-
It gets so humid that
I don't like
in
that.
the summer that some days you got to be
You're
inside.
sticky.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of days like that in the summertime when I'm working out at the parks department, and we're complaining about it. It's like because we're not used to it here. It's like, ugh, and then you feel tired. It just kind of
it drains you.
It drains me. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys must be used to it, living in Pennsylvania and Florida. I know it's the same. I've been to Florida. I've been to Florida.
Yes.
It's hot and humid. You won't like Florida then. I've been to Florida in the wintertime, and I can tell you one thing. When I landed in Florida in February of '96, it was actually cold out. It was about 55 degrees, raining, and I said, this is kind of cold. It was Miami, but the next day, 75 degrees, and then it got really humid.
Oh.
It got super humid because it had rained out before, right? So honestly, yeah, I couldn't live in a high humidity climate. I think it would kill me. And you feel a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of an ocean breeze here.
Yeah.
So
down on the water, I actually had on a little sweatshirt.
did you?
Yeah, because I find that
it's cooler down there.
breeze coming off the
It is
ocean
cooler
just
down
got
there.
A little bit of a crispiness to it.
And
yeah.
you know what? So when I'm riding my motorbike around the island, I can feel all the warm spots and the cool spots. So this is one of the coolest spots in the summertime. When you're driving up this band of trees up the road here, it's unbelievable, the ocean influence. Like, it's like I'll be St. Mary's Lake and it's like cooking hot by St. Mary's Lake.
Yeah.
And then I get through this area, it's like, man, you can feel the coolness because like I said, narrow band of land, ocean is there, and ocean is nearby there. It regulates the air. So it gets a little bit cooler. It's like natural air conditioning.
Yeah.
So you have a better sleep.
Yeah.
Did you have a good sleep? Good, you had a good sleep.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear from a guest.
Sleep. I have the best sleeps here.
We don't want to hear we had a crappy sleep every
Yeah.
single day. So Wendy bought
Yeah.
that bed last year, expensive bed. She
It's
bought it.
so comfortable.
So
Oh my
these
God.
people stay there. It was just after they got it. And I said, did you have a good sleep? Very uncomfortable bed. I go, what? I said, she spent over $1,000 on that mattress. I said, that was an expense. Very uncomfortable. It's like, huh? I says, are you kidding me? So I went and slept on it one night. He goes, totally comfortable.
Yeah.
Some people just like to complain about things.
Well, some people like really firm mattresses.
They do. Is it firm? Like, I don't remember. It was like last year.
It just supports me where I need support.
Good,
And
good.
You just kind of feel like
Good. You good.
I don't even know the word.
And it's
for it.
quiet too, right?
Yeah, it's very quiet.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
See, my radio room, my man cave is right above there. My radio room, like I got like a whole ham radio set up in there, kind of like,
Okay.
and I talk, and it's like, and so I'm watching Wendy's live stream yesterday. I'm on her iPhone, sitting on the couch, and I watch my friend do live streaming in Carson City, Nevada, and he's on the radio, and you can hear all the signals coming in. Then I hear my friends talking to him from Vancouver. I go, I really want to talk to you, but I can't because Jennifer's downstairs, so I'm gonna go out to my truck. So I went up because I got a radio in my truck. So I went to my truck and I parked to the far driveway and I talked to him. I talked to him in my truck, Carson City. Then I shot a live stream. I do a live stream too. So I shot it and I uploaded it to my Jungle Josie video games. It was good. I thank God I got one in my truck. It's like, I want to talk to those guys. It's like, no, you can't go up there, Joe. Can't go up there, right? So if you hear me walking up there, it's because I got a dresser up there and I'm getting clothes out of it in the morning.
Oh.
I try to be very quiet. I tiptoe around.
Yeah,
I don't want to
you
make
guys
I don't want to
you
make
guys are
any
pretty
noise.
quiet.
And then
Yeah.
our bedroom is on the far side of the house here. So you're at that end of the house,
Okay.
and
yeah.
ours is at this end of the house.
Oh,
And then Krista lives here too, Wendy's daughter.
Right.
So she's at that end of the house, but
Oh.
she's pretty quiet, but she gets up early for work too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like tomorrow,
Yeah, I hear usually footsteps around
That-
7:00.
that's probably
Just before
could be
7.
Krista.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But I'm
then
up then anyways.
okay, so you're an early riser.
I'm up usually 6:30.
Okay, so tomorrow we're going to be up at 6 because we have the market tomorrow.
Oh, what time does it
Tomorrow's a
start?
Saturday market. Well, we set up at about, we're going to be up at 6. We set up at around just after 7:15.
Okay.
And there's people setting up at that time. But if you go at 8 o'clock, 8:15, get there early before it gets busy.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Otherwise, where do you park?
Well, it's hard to
I
get
mean,
parking.
Yeah.
There's no pay parking on Salt Spring, I can tell you that. And you're not going to get ticketed and you're not going to get towed.
Okay.
So there's none of that. We're not a municipality. It's free for all here. You
Okay.
can do what you want. If you want to, I illegally park all the time. I do it on purpose. I just See if anybody
I
wants
have
to join.
noticed that people just kind of pull off
I
the
do.
side of the road and just park, and I'm like, oh,
No, I do. People will camp here too, right? So wherever they want, they just pull off to the side. So there's no parking police here. So 8 o'clock or 8:30, if you get downtown, and the market is big. So it starts in.
So is it right downtown?
It's right downtown in Centennial Park.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't miss it.
Oh, right, you did say that.
It's right in Centennial
Oh,
Park. So you know the buoy. You know where there's a buoy in town. If you've ever seen the buoy, there's only one park in town.
Yeah.
The main park is called Centennial Park.
Yeah. Okay.
So you come out of Home Hardware. You know where Home Hardware is, and you go towards.
Oh, right. So I can just park right in that mall in there.
You can park wherever you
wherever I
want. You can park at
Okay.
Thrifty's, Foods, wherever you
Alright.
want, and just explore.
Yeah.
Walk around town and start the market off. Go right through the market, and it goes up Gasoline Alley, and then it goes around the building too. So follow it
Okay.
right around. A lot of people don't realize, and Wendy's at the end of Gasoline Alley,
Okay.
and she's right on the water side, and there's 4 towering palm trees. She's right by the palm trees. Palm
Oh,
trees.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be moving to an island of palms, right? Seeing a lot of everything is air conditioning here. No, you know what? People do have air conditioning here, but not a lot of people. You know, the only time I really wanted air conditioning was last summer. We had 42.9 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
It was sick. You weren't here. You were in Ontario.
Yeah.
No, it was crazy.
Actually, yeah, last summer.
It was June. It was
Oh,
last
okay.
June.
Yeah, that's right. It was in Ontario.
Walked out of that door. You know when you're cooking something in the oven and you open up the oven door and then a blast of heat hits you? So we opened up that door because we kept them shut to try to keep the house cool. And it's like, it was stifling hot. It felt like it was burning our faces. So we had to shut the door again.
Yeah.
And I'm watching my weather station because it's digital readout. And then it said, 38, 39, and the arrow kept going up. I go, this is insane. Because I know the record heat here is 38 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
The record high for Salt Springs, 38. And the record low is minus 15 degrees Celsius. That's the coldest it's ever been. Never been below zero.
Yeah.
Tell you something, it's been colder in Tallahassee, Florida than here. The record low in Tallahassee is minus 2 Fahrenheit. It's 5 above here.
Oh.
People don't know that, but I'm telling you. So anyway, I watched the thing and it went up to 42.9. 42.9. It burnt up half the garden. It burnt up. It was 109.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
A little bug.
There's a little
Sorry, a little bug.
Uh-oh, there's bugs here. That's not a good sign.
Teeny tiny one. He's just like.
It likes her. It followed her here from back east. Because generally you can sit out here and you don't have any no-see-ums. There's no skeeters. Really, there's not a lot of bugs here. Is there?
No, I've seen the odd mosquito.
Yeah, there's the odd mosquito. And it has been a
really
wet spring.
Yeah.
Wetter spring, you're
Hardly
going to get a bit
anything.
more, but
Yeah.
there's no poisonous things here. We have black widows.
Oh, do you?
There's black
Okay.
widows, but they'll never bother you. They're in the wood pile.
Yeah, I've seen garter snakes.
They
I've
won't
seen
bother you.
two.
Garter,
Oh, no,
garter
just-
snakes are totally harmless,
Oh, yeah.
and we also have lizards. There's alligator
Oh.
lizards here. They're
Oh,
about this big, and they will not bother you.
Oh, that's cool.
Garter snakes eat slugs, and
Oh no, I like garter snakes.
yeah, they're great, and the lizards eat bugs.
Yeah.
And so we have black widows, and I mean, I don't think they'll kill you, but I mean, it's like being stung by a bee. Some
Yeah.
people are allergic and they die, right? And there's another spider too, but rare. You never hear of anybody ever getting bitten by them. I've been here 30 years, never been bitten by one. There's also mountain lion here. I already told you about the cougars.
Yes.
I said there's the 4-legged ones and the 2-legged ones. I said the 2-legged ones are dangerous because there's more 2-legged ones than there are men on this island, so you have to watch them. But I said you can hear them sneaking up on you because they wear that cheap costume jewelry, right? Remember that. So, and I posted a lot of cougar sighting, on the sides of park signs. They've been spotted. So our neighbors, my friends, I've known them for 40 years. They bought here last January of last year. And she's seen 2 cougar already on this island. So she says, one day, Joe, and they just live up on Northview Road. You get to see their place. They got these big totem poles in front. It's amazing. And so she said, yeah, she saw a cougar walking down the ravine, walking right down the ravine.
Oh my god.
And then when she was coming home one night, there was a cougar, a massive one, walking across the road right in front of her car.
Oh my gosh.
So one of the guys I work
Are you
with,
okay?
they have a farm. Are you getting bored of this live stream? They're having sheep kill at the farm.
Yeah.
Because they'll kill sheep, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, they call the guy from the South End, Ackerman, with his hounds. He's got tracking hounds, and he brought his granddaughter. This was in October, just before I retired. So the guy I work with, and he's an old-time Islander. He says, Joe, check out this cougar they nailed. They shot it. They had to because it was killing all the sheep.
Yeah.
Huge. This thing was massive. He showed me a picture of it. So they had the tailgate of a full-size truck. The head was hanging off one side, and the back end was hanging off the other side of the tailgate. It was a huge cougar. His granddaughter shot it. The hounds tracked it over by the sheep farm, and then they blasted it. And it's not cool to kill a cougar, but they will kill your sheep, and farmers do that.
Yeah.
That's why they need dogs to keep cougars away, like you. Need dogs like that. Do you think you keep a cougar away? I don't know.
Oh,
Got to watch
track
little.
one.
You got to watch little dogs here with eagles, and we're very paranoid with with Kahu when we're in an open area. Here, not so much. We're not worried about it here, but an open area where an eagle can come swooping down.
Yeah.
So keep him close by.
Mhm.
Don't let him go 100 feet up in front of you,
No.
because I mean, I don't know, he's like 7-8 pounds. You're so cute. Yeah, look at that. Happy birthday, Canada. 155 today.
Yeah, this one's from the last big birthday 5 years ago, 2017.
That's what I said. I
Yeah.
said on here. It says, "Can you believe it? 150 years old in 2017. That was half a decade ago. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Half a decade goes fast. That's unbelievable." But they have fireworks tonight too.
5
They
decades goes fast.
I'm 58. Five decades and 8 years goes even faster. I find this is what I find. I find when you're a little kid, you're so excited for your next birthday. It's like, oh, I can't wait for my birthday. It's taking so long to get here. Now it's like, oh my God, my birthday's going to be a couple of days already. That's the way it seems. It's just like it goes
Mhm.
faster as you get older.
Yes.
Although I don't feel old up here, and it's only a number too, right? It's just a number, right?
Mhm.
It's how you feel up here.
Mhm.
I remember when I was a kid, you look at somebody and they're 60 years old and they look like they're a granny.
Mhm.
Like my granny was 64 when she died. She looked like a granny. You know, she wore those stockings up to here. She had this net over her head. She looked like she's 150 years old,
Yeah.
and she was only 64. Wendy's 62, and the women look a lot younger now, and even guys too. Don't you think so?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
maybe the way they dress.
Or is it because we're
Or-
older? So
Maybe that's what it is.
yeah.
That's what it is. Like, oh, you're only 70. That's not that old. When I was 30, you're 70. That's a crispy. Oh my God,
I
you're near.
remember being babysat by my, teenager babysitters, and they were like 18, and I thought they knew everything. I thought they were all grown up and adults and had all the answers, but they were cooler because they were younger than my parents.
They're old. Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? Eh? But
And
now,
my parents were old. And just,
yeah. So now when you're this age, it's like, 65. That's not that old. But when I was 40, it's like, oh fuck, 65. That's a long way. That's 25 years. I'm going to be there in like 7 years, man. That's like crazy. I'll be able to get that old age pension stuff. I can actually apply. I'm 58 now. I just turned it in March, but I can apply for CPP in next year. I can apply. I get it when I'm 60.
Yeah.
So I get that, and that'll be on top of my pension. That's good.
yeah,
This is a good thing. More money coming in is a good thing, right?
yeah,
You know, and then when you're 65, you get the old age pension
Right.
on top of. Those are some of the perks of getting old. So it's not that bad turning into a crispy. You know what I mean? Even though we don't feel, do we look like Krispies? She doesn't. I mean, I might, but if you live the healthy lifestyle, I think you'll always feel young at heart, right? And you'll look young.
I think it's that, and I think it's just your attitude.
It is your
Whatever
attitude.
Yeah.
Like Wendy's mom is in her 80s, and she just seems so much younger. Like I look at, we'd go to Hawaii with her and stuff, and she's out hiking and this and that. She just
Oh, it's
seems
like my dad. He's 79, and he's got a new girlfriend.
excellent
and
guy.
he's-
79, still got another girlfriend.
Yeah, and he's dancing.
That's probably, and
he's
she's probably younger.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what's probably
Yeah, a
keeping the
little
guy younger, right? You see,
bit.
it's like her mom said. It's like, and Wendy says, Joe's like, 4 years younger than me. She says, that's nothing. I was with a guy 15 years younger. Excellent. That's what keeps you young, right? So remember that. So unfortunately, my mom and
It's
dad are
just your
gone.
attitude. It just
It-
comes down to
It is attitude.
Yeah.
So are your mom and dad alive? Both?
Yeah.
of them? Oh, you're lucky. That's
Yeah.
cool. And 79, not that old. To me, 79 is not that old.
No,
21,
I know. Yeah.
21 years, I'm going to be there. You'll be there in what, 29 years? If you think about it, you'll be there 3 decades. 3 decades goes fast,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
But 79,
I mean, if we're lucky, we're just assuming, right? I mean,
I'm assuming. So,
Yeah.
so my dad kicked it at 82 in May 2016, and he should have taken his meds, but he stopped taking them because he had high blood pressure, and he just said, "I don't want to take these things anymore." And then he had a stroke, right? So I look at my dad's oldest sister. On September 19th, she's going to be 100 years old. Lives in Vancouver by herself, and now she does have home care come in and look after like that, but she's still at home. She's lived in that same house, and she's still going strong because she takes her blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
So, and my mom she went at 80, but I look at my aunt, she's going to be 100. So there is some longevity in the family.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And I know that Wendy's mom Wendy's mom, I think she's up there too, mid 80s. She looks good. She looks way younger. Wendy's dad's gone. We're all going to go at some point. So enjoy life because it goes fast,
It's all
right?
temporary.
It is. It's
Yeah.
amazing. That's what I think too, is it's all temporary. We're here for,
Everything is
isn't it weird? We're
temporary.
here for a short time because I look at these are thousands of years old. Like we're just a blip
Mhm.
in time. We really are. Like you live, 80 years, 75 years, and then you're
If you're
gone.
lucky.
if you're lucky.
And,
Well,
and if you're healthy living, that
you
long
try
time.
to do your best
Yeah.
and you eat right. You don't live. You eat to live, but not live to eat.
Right.
That's what they say. That's
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? So
Yeah.
you got to try to eat healthy. Don't eat a lot of really fatty foods. Probably alcohol consumption. You don't want to be drinking too many wobbly pops, And well, I saw some research to say coffee's good for you now.
Yeah.
They always come out these studies.
I know eggs are bad for you. Now eggs are good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So yeah, and
yeah.
I'm like, and I had a couple hard boiled eggs today, and then I read something. It's like, well, coffee's bad for you. This was a while back, and then somebody came out 2 weeks ago. No, coffee's good for you now. How
It's
about
like
margarine?
wine. Wine's bad for you.
Yeah, yeah.
But then wine's good for you.
Well, they say red wine has antioxidants in it,
Mhm.
but I think the stuff they put in it, the preservatives and some of that stuff, it's sulfites.
Right.
So, and once in a while, I don't mind a glass of red wine, but I get a headache sometimes
Yeah, it's
from
what
the
it used to do
sulfite.
to me.
So you
Yeah,
get
when
an
I drank
organic
it.
wine.
Yeah.
I think it would be better, right? And they say there are antioxidants in it.
Yeah.
And then there's areas around the world called the blue zones. You know what those are?
No.
That's where people live the longest.
Oh.
Costa Rica, Italy, the Mediterranean
Yeah.
areas because of the diet. Lots of olive
Yes.
oil, lots
Yeah.
of vegetables, lots of fish.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Stay
Love
away
fish.
from the fatty food, right? Yeah, and you eat good too. So you're going to live a long time. Yeah, you are. You're going to live a long time. And I hope our dog lives a long time too. Maybe 20 years? Huh? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You remind me of Kahu so much. He's totally, he could be like Kahu's brother.
Yeah.
Couldn't he?
Yeah.
He could be Kahu's
Yeah,
brother. Are you
very
sure?
much.
Was there brothers and sisters in the batch?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many?
I don't remember. There might have been like 8 pups.
That's like ours?
Yeah.
There was 8.
They were all.
There were 7.
White, and he was the only
Whoa.
one that took the coloring of the Yorkie, and all the others were.
So you had your
white.
pick?
Yeah, I think I must have been one of the first ones because when I got there,
Wow,
there was
that's-
like all these puppies. Yeah,
that's
and
very-
he was the one I was interested in.
That's so wild because so my oldest son and his girlfriend had got this puppy. They said, "Come over and see our new puppy." This was in 2013 because he was born April 3rd, 2013.
Okay.
And so they had this puppy. It was, it was a pretty good sized puppy. And he goes, "Oh my God, that's so cute. Is there any more?" He says, "Yeah, he's got a few more." So anyway, they told us the address and we went down there and they had I think he had 2 or 3 left. And that one came down to her, like tiny, so tiny, could fit in your hand. He like the little runt, He was just so tiny. And she goes, "Oh, this is the one I want." "Oh, that's not the one I want to sell though." She says, I don't want to sell that one." She says, "Well, Wendy says I really want this one." And he's this wheeler and dealer guy down in Isabella Point Road, past Drummond Park, where the petroglyph is, way at the very end. It's a long drive to the end. And Wendy goes, "Please, I really want this one." He says, "Okay, maybe we can make a deal." I was like, "Oh God." So Wendy's an artist. So he says, some of your artwork and then a 2-day stay in your B&B. Not this one. Wendy had 3, like a B&B with 3 rooms up past MB Bakery, Monterey B&B. And so his friend says, "I want my friends from Alberta to stay there for 2 days." And then $600 and $600 on top of it. She really wanted the dog. So she has the dog. That's the dog she got, but it was worth it to her.
Yeah.
Because, you know what it's like. It's your baby.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then these people show up for the B&B. They look like the roughest people ever, but I don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
They look totally sketchy. They're from Alberta. It's like, man, these people look rough, just super rough. Looked like they just got out of the Hells Angels or something. Right? And they're in there. They're actually the nicest people.
Yeah.
Super nice, kept the place totally clean. And so it was all good. Yeah. So she gave the guy what he wanted. She got little Kahu. Yeah. She's happy. And that's her pride and joy. Yeah. And that's what you got to do. Make him into a service dog.
Yeah.
Look into it.
Yeah.
Look into a service dog. And then if you had to go into a restaurant, well, they're not going to question you.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a restaurant owner and I saw somebody come in with a service dog, are you going to question her? You're not going to question her. Abstract Tom, happy Canada Day. Our day south of Canada is in 3 days. Yes, it is. It is 4th of July. It's not often Canada Day falls on the same long weekend as Independence Day.
Yeah, that's very true.
So 4th of July. So happy Independence Day on the 4th of July. I think if the age of the earth were compressed into 46 years, we'd hear like 5 minutes or so. Yeah, that would suck. Well, it's like a dog.
I don't even know if it'd be that long.
No, it might not even be that long because they say the earth is 4 billion or 4.5 billion years old, right? So
maybe like half a nanosecond. I don't know.
Well, when I think of dogs and cats and a lot of animals, their lifespan's not like ours, but they don't know that.
But then when you think of the lifespan of a tree,
I know.
I mean, well,
a tree.
Yeah, a tree.
Yeah, exactly. So when you go to, if you ever make it to Port Renfrew,
yeah,
go
and
there.
I will. Yeah.
go to Avatar Grove. And I got videos. If you want to see what Avatar Grove's like, go on here and put in Avatar Grove. And so it's like you feel this energy coming from these trees that are 1,000
I
years.
do have a booking at Handsome Dan's.
Did you do one?
Yeah.
Which one? The French girls?
I don't know.
You actually booked that?
I'm
Cool.
staying in 2 cabins.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they couldn't take me the whole time, so I'm staying in cabin
Oh, lucky you.
3 the first night and 20
Oh,
the
man.
2 nights.
I'm jealous. Handsome Dan's is awesome. No, I've never met Handsome Dan. Yes, I'm assuming he's handsome. I've seen a picture of Handsome Dan. Who names their place Handsome Dan? Hi, welcome to Handsome Joe's
But
B&B.
you remember it, right? It's
You do.
different. Sticks in your head.
Hi, what's your name, Jennifer? Hey, welcome to Handsome Joe's B&B. It just doesn't sound right? But anyway, it's an amazing place, and you can walk around, and you can walk down to the there's a lookout. You can look over
It's
the
off
ocean.
grid though.
No, it's on grid.
Oh, she said there's no internet.
Oh God, it's the best internet ever.
Oh, then it's
The one we stay
it's
in.
cell phone maybe.
Oh yeah, cell phone probably not good, but
Okay.
the high speed there is so
Oh.
freaking fast. It's
Oh.
fiber optics.
She told me to download the information before I got there because I wouldn't be able to access it.
I always go on about how good the internet is at
Oh,
Handsome Dan's.
Okay.
It is fiber optics.
Oh.
See here, there's no fiber optics. Fiber optics makes it fast.
Mhm.
Oh, so when I'm uploading a video, say I shoot a 5-minute video here, it takes about 2.5 hours to upload it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
There, if I shoot a 5-minute video, by the time I finish putting in my tag words, it's already uploaded. It's like boom,
Wow.
it's on. It's fast. So we stay at the French girls' lair,
Mhm.
and there's a little paw in the window. Maybe you're staying at the French girls' lair.
Do you know what number it is? Because she didn't tell me.
Wendy might know, and it's right when you go in, and it's on the left-hand side. It's got a bamboo hedge around it.
I'll let you know.
It's beautiful. Fire pit, barbecue.
I know the second cottage I'm staying at has a hot tub.
Oh, this one doesn't have a hot tub,
Okay.
but it has a fire pit out in
Okay.
the front deck. Beautiful front deck surrounded by bamboo. In the back, there's lots of firewood.
Okay.
There's a you can use the firewood for the fire pit. There's a barbecue, and in the back there's an outdoor shower. I think it's for washing your dog. It's like they got a
Oh.
shower on the wall and everything for cleaning your dog off. You go to the
That's a
beach
good
or the
idea.
mud,
Yeah.
and it's a small cottage, 1 room. It's got a hide-a-bed, and it's got sink and oven and everything. We're doing Thanksgiving there.
Oh,
We're gonna go there for Thanksgiving.
nice.
So you've never been there?
No.
Renfrew's awesome.
Yeah.
To go to Renfrew, you get off the ferry, you make it to Herd Road. You got GPS.
Well, I'm going to be going from Duncan, so.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'm
that's good. That's
I'm
right. That's
just
how you
gonna
go.
Go straight across.
You just
Yeah.
go straight to Herd Road,
Yeah.
and you follow it west. It's an hour and a half, but you go through Cowichan Lake, which is really
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, I really want to check that area.
Cowichan Lake is
Yeah.
beautiful, and it's inland, but they do get a lot more snow in the winter.
Oh, okay.
Port
Where
Renfrew's
you going, bud?
Port Renfrew's very mild in the wintertime. It rains a lot.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
much in the way of snow. And you're looking at Nia Bay in Washington State when you look across. What do you see over there? What do you see over there? Oh, you're so lucky. Handsome Dan's. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got a booking because I thought it would be full up.
Well, I just called and she just said, well, we don't have one for that many nights. I have 2 nights here. And then, so I had 1 gap. And then I just said, well, I don't have a place to stay for 1 night. And then she just said, oh, well, for 1 night, we can probably do something for you.
And they said pets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there must be 2 different places with pets there then.
Oh, there's quite a few that allow pets.
Oh,
'Cause
they
if you
do?
go on the website and you go into the link that says, show me the pet friendly cabins, there's probably about 8 of them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. There's some bigger ones and smaller ones. People do live there permanently, as where a lot of them are cabins. So, and there's a little cafe.
Jackson.
Come here,
Jackson.
Jackson.
Where are you going, bud?
Come here, Jackson.
Come on.
Come here.
I can see your tail.
He's checking stuff out, probably because Cat pees in there.
Oh.
But there's a little cafe there called Tommy's Cafe,
Oh, okay.
and you can walk there, and they have really good cinnamon buns and stuff and coffee. But if you look in the cafe in the corner, I got one of my tikis in there. I carved out one of my driftwood
Oh, okay.
tikis. It's sitting in the corner of the room. I
Okay.
gave it, and I planted some palms in front of their sign, little big
Oh,
ones
cool.
last time.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to going back there. It's so much fun. You're going to have a blast. You will have a blast. Well, hey, thanks for being on the live stream.
Yeah, no
Totally
problem.
awesome.
Yeah,
That was
thanks for
great.
letting me
Special
look
guest for 2 times. That's Jennifer. And check out her channel, Jennifer Godfrey. She does tarot readings. If you want a good tarot reading, this is her. She does those tarot readings. And where's Puppy Dog? Come here. Jackson. Oh, that's Shell. I hear him. I hear him. Come here. There he is. He's ready to check his stuff out. Look at him. That's what I love about little dogs. They don't trash the dog. No, they can go anywhere they want. Like, people bring a big dog in here, just crunches everything. They're great. Hey, Jackson. Are you having fun yet? So nice, aren't they? Ours gets really tired on that. That's so cool. Hey, Jackson. Well, cat has been all through. Yeah, cat goes all through. The cat goes through there. Randy's daughters have separated. Oh, what is in there? What's in there? Oh, that's it's sleeping in there. That's so funny. Yes. Oh, the cat's sleeping in there. That's great. That's funny. Yeah, she's nice. She's that's Krista's cat. She's super. So did your dog actually see? That's cute. That's cute. Funny. Our dog gets together. They kind of used to each other. Anyway, thank you. That was awesome. All right. See you again. Take care. All right. Oh, is that mine? That's mine. Okay. Guys, I think it's time for me to wrap this up. We are parked and I see some needle palms. What? Love needle palms. I love needle palms are one of my favorites. All right, guys. I think I am going to roll now. I think I've done a long enough live stream and we have a special guest on here too, which is even better. I always like having special guests, right? Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day here and think about what we're going to do for dinner. You take care. Happy Canada Day out there. And to my friends south of the border and north of the border, happy Independence Day. I'll try to do a live stream on Monday for my friends south of the border. See a Robusta. You'll see a lot of palms. Logan, there are so many cool palms in Florida. Yeah, I love it, man. Palm Paradise. Alan, happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day to you, or happy Independence Day on the 4th of July. All right, guys. It's an absolutely beautiful day out here, man. It doesn't get better than this. It's just absolutely awesome. This is the perfect weather. It's not too hot. It's not cold. There's no chill in the air. It's just really, really nice. So anyway, that's Jennifer, and she's staying at our accommodation, one of our accommodations. Very nice girl, and I'm glad she could join me on the live stream. Check out does tarot reading. Here, I'm gonna put her channel name on here, okay? So you can check it out and subscribe to her channel. It's always good to get subscribers. Jennifer Godfrey. That's what her YouTube channel is. And sub to her channel and you can watch her tarot readings. And well, hopefully she moves to Salt Spring Island. That'd be kind of cool, right? Seems like she's liking our rock. There's a lot of things to see and do on Salt Spring Island. Like I say, Salt Spring Island's not that tiny. It is nearly 17 miles in length. So it's a pretty good sized rock, and it is mountainous. There are hills and mountains from one end to the other. It's not a here, it's up and down and all around, and there's actually some pretty oil and some good grown palms with grow lights. You know what? Often companies will ask me if I want to test out a product here on my YouTube, because when you get so many subscribers, you will get companies asking if they want you to test out things. So this year, I guess it was this year, you can see the video of it. Might have been late last year, I forget. A company asked me if I wanted to test out one of their grow lights. It's an LED grow light. So I didn't necessarily use the thing for tiny palms, but I did use the grow light in the basement where I tucked away some palm trees for winter, like the date palms. And they seemed to be very happy under this grow light. So it was an LED grow light. It's about, yay big. And it's got a lot of LED grow lights in it. And it's almost looks like a black light, but it's a great light, and it doesn't use much power. I think it's like 20 watts or something like that, or maybe even less. You'd have to look, I forget. But I do have a video I shot of me talking about the grow light they wanted me to promote for them. And then another time somebody sent me a flash. I've had a few things sent to me. Flashlight was really cool. Company sent me a flashlight to test out. Really cool flashlight. I still have it. One of the best flashlights I've had. True light, through light, and then thermometers. I got a bunch of stuff sent. I'm definitely looking at a Washingtonia. So is it a? I'm guessing it's probably a Washingtonia robusta palm, Mexican fan palm, unless you're in northern Florida. If you're in northern Florida, maybe it could be Flifra. I mean, northern Florida can get some pretty good cold snaps, right? That's just the way she works in northern Florida, but it also gets hot. It also gets hot. And of course, the farther you go south in Florida, then the more tropical things become, especially if you get out into the Keys, right? Miami, lots of coconut palms, and that's cool. So, how long are you down in Florida for, Logan? You guys drive there then, right? You guys drove there from Kentucky? That's pretty cool. I like Florida's a good state, and so are the Hawaiian Islands. I'm missing Hawaii. But our speed right now is Port Renfrew. That's where we've been traveling to. And I really like the far west coast of the Big Island. Not tropical, but it sure is beautiful. It's a very nice place to visit. And not a lot of people live there. Very few people live where we go. So it's very laid back. It's even more laid back than Salt Spring Island. And this is a pretty laid back place too, right? So there you go. Grow light, certain extent. I don't know why mine seem to grow up. They grow 10 instead of 10. Well, once they get to a certain size, Nick, you want to put them right. You want to keep them under a grow light forever. So, my palm seeds I germinate in the greenhouse. Most of my palm seeds I germinate in our greenhouse down at the nursery there, and I got some germinating right now. I should probably do a video tomorrow. I'll do a video tomorrow of the palm Trachycarpus Wagnerianus cross fortunae. They're hybrid palms germinating in one of the seed flats. So we'll do a video of what they look like when they're germinating, and that's just solely on the sun heat blasting through the glass of the greenhouse, warming it up and germinating for me. Another way to do them is the Bagi method. If you germinate seeds in the Bagi method, that's generally a wintertime thing for me because it's cold in the greenhouse. The greenhouse isn't heated, and they germinate quite easily in a Bagi method. Use some Pro Mix HP or some Sunshine Mix 4. Throw your palm seeds in there and make sure you moisten that growing medium. And what you got to do is you got to just kind of shake the bag around so they're evenly distributed. Put the date on it, zip it shut, keep the moisture in. Don't even have to open it. Throw it somewhere on top of your fridge, kitchen cupboards, maybe a shelf where the hot air rises. And even at room temperature, 74, 75 degrees, whatever, your seeds Trachycarpus seeds are going to germinate nicely. Sable seeds like a little bit more heat, but they still will germinate. They'll take a little longer. And right now in the Bagi, I'm going to go check it out. Oh, there's some sun hitting that Bagi. We don't want that. We don't want that. Don't want the sun hitting the Bagi. So in this Bagi, we have Roystonia regia. We have Roystonia regia is a Cuban royal palm, although they are native to a very southern part of Florida too. And in this Bagi, we have Cuban royal palm, and I have Fatsia japonica. And some of the Fatsia have germinated. Yep, I can see Fatsia have germinated. And I threw a bunch more Fatsia japonica seeds in there the other day. So that's how to germinate seeds using the Bagi method. Make sure to put the date on it and the species of plant you are trying to germinate. All right? And the nice thing about the Bagi method, it doesn't take up a lot of room, right? It doesn't take up much space. You can have 20 Baggies on top of your counter, right? So there you go. All right, guys. I'm going to roll. I think I've done a long enough live stream. I appreciate all you guys being in there, and happy Canada Day to everybody in Canada. And I'll catch up with you guys on the 4th of July. Independence Day is on the 4th. So it's this cool long weekend where Canada Day is on the Friday today. Our birthday is, we're 155 years old. And the USA, good old USA, is going to be 246 years old on Monday, right? Independence Day. All right, guys, take care, and we will see you all next time. Shaka wave, and thanks for joining in. And thanks for the special guest, Jennifer, joining in again. It's great. I always like to have guests. It makes it more interesting than me just babbling away about this, that, and the other, right? Cheers to you all. You guys are awesome. Happy Canada Day, y'all. Yeah, happy Canada Day, art and design. Cosme. XQ me. Excuse me. Ah, that's good. Excuse me. I like that. That's brilliant. Excuse me. That's like piece of me. PSMYI. Piece of me. Piece of me. There's another guy on here from Seattle, right? So anyway, you have a good Canada Day wherever you guys may be. I don't know if you're in Canada. We got people that follow the stream from all over the world. There's not a lot of people in here today. Alan, happy Canada Day. There's a few people in here. Sometimes there's a lot more people. And maybe the next one I do, I might do a live stream tomorrow on Jungle Josie Video Gates. We'll see what's going on. We'll see how many radio guys will be in there tomorrow on the Video Gates, right? So check out my other channel, Jungle Josie Video Gates. I have a lot of videos on there. I think I have about 5,700 videos. This one is around 16,000 videos. And the reason I have a lot of videos is because I shoot videos every single day. Since I started YouTube, I've never missed a day of shooting a video. And sometimes I'll upload several videos in a day. So they add up. And that's just the way it is. It's just a hobby. It's just another one of my hobbies. And it's a fun hobby, right? It's kind of like this social event. I get to interact with you guys, and you get to interact with me here on our islands in the North Pacific, right? Anyway, have a great day. And we're waving at you from Salt Spring Island. We'll see y'all next time. Enjoy. Cheers.